Hello. This would be me, Travis, the man who was appointed the new CEO of Company D half a year ago. Glad to hear from you, Travis. My name is Drew, and I'm the CEO of Manufacturing Company S, although you must already know that. Well, it's nice to meet you over text here, Drew. I heard from my company that you'd been wanting to talk with me about something earlier. Well, you didn't mishear anything on your end there. I have been trying to work with you guys for a while now, but none of those thick-headed boys in your sales department are listening to me. So I told them that I'd like to have a word with their CEO in private, and that's why I'm speaking with you right now. So that's what ended up happening. Then what can I help you out with, Travis? That factory of yours there, it's been up and running for close to 50 years now, right? That is correct. It was started by my grandfather, who then passed it down to my father, who then passed it on to me. And both of our companies have been working together on different things for some time now, I believe. Your factory, it sure is old, isn't it? You have a good point when saying that, considering that the building itself has been the same since it was first built with very minimal renovations done to it. But when it comes to the actual manufacturing equipment and machinery that we're using here, it has all been updated to some of the most recent products, so don't be concerned about that. No, that's not what I'm talking about there. Old factories like that one you're running happen to cost a pretty penny these days when working with them. Cost a pretty penny? Are you talking about our manufactured products and their prices being pretty expensive? That's right! When it comes to this company, ever since I was made the new CEO of it, I've been working on all sorts of different cost-cutting measures. I've taken a look into things I can reduce in order to save this company some money, as well as looked into things my company can buy cheaper somewhere else. Does that mean the contract which had been thrown around once or twice between your company and mine about having the price of our goods slashed by half? That's right! I wanted some help in making sure that the prices of my own company's products weren't getting too high because of you. But it doesn't seem that anyone in your company wants to work with those deals I've proposed. It seemed that in the end, the only person I could really speak eye to eye with would be the CEO, that being you, Drew. Is that so? So, what are your thoughts on it? Are you all right lowering the price of your stuff by half? Wait, if we were to do that for you, then my company would go into the red very quickly. In this day and age, we're already cutting it pretty close in terms of profits, so there's not much else I can do at the moment in terms of lowering our prices. Are you kidding me? Then the only real option I have left is ending my business with you guys. Is that something you'd like to risk having happen? When it comes to you guys, us buying from you makes up close to half of your profits, correct? If you were to lose our business now, would your factory still be able to last in this current market? I'm sorry, but you guys have gotten too expensive for me to work with, so this is an end to our business. Are you sure that's something you want me ending this negotiation with right now? Unlike you guys, my company wouldn't be bothered at all by ending this business with you. Are you aware of that? You're speaking about that option while also understanding the type of product my company produces for you, correct? I'm well aware of what it is. Something that is very important to my company's final product, correct? Well, I just wanted to let you know I've already found a company overseas which is offering that same exact product for a much cheaper price. And they're even offering me a reduced price from their current price if my company is to buy in bulk from them. Now all that's left is to wait and see what your answer is to this, Drew. Is that right? If you found yourself another producer, then that's wonderful for you guys. Huh? I believe I understand what you're wanting to do from here on out, Travis. I'll speak with distribution and let them know that we'll no longer be shipping to you guys. What? We were supposed to be signing a new contract for this business next month anyway, right? Consider this next shipment the final one you'll be receiving from my company then. Huh? Tomorrow I'll speak with the sales department head and my factory manager and have them meet with your sales team one last time to say goodbye to you all. Thank you and your company for all the support and business you'd given us throughout the years. When you have anything else you'd like to speak with me about, please don't hesitate to text me. Are you seriously saying all of this right now?
Good evening, Drew.
Hello, Mariah. How have you been doing?
I've been doing great.
Well, that's just wonderful.
You know, I heard about what happened. You were asked by Travis, the CEO for Company D, to cut all of your products' prices in half, right? And you turned him down almost immediately. That would mean that he will no longer be doing business with you come next year, right?
Oh, you heard about all of that? Sounds like the man I had in charge of the sales team working with his company had gone through a lot listening to those rather brainless negotiations, and it ended with him having to take a week off to recover. And after he told Travis to go and speak with me about the new offer, Travis began to text me and we spoke about what he had on his mind. There, Travis started to go on about how he wanted our product for half the price and that he found someone overseas who was producing it and selling it cheaper than us. And at the end of his little ramble, I told him that I understood what he was saying and then told him goodbye. Seems that he wasn't really expecting that for an answer, but...
Had the previous CEO still been in charge, none of that crazy conversation and negotiations would have ever happened between us. But with all the drama within the family and the fact that the previous CEO wanted to step down out of nowhere, they had to choose someone to take his chair. And that's when Travis was chosen, and he started to go on this cost-cutting spree, doing everything and anything he can to save an extra penny.
That's what led to so many of the employees within his company stepping down and quitting. And the same can be said for you, Mariah. You're looking for a new company to join, correct?
That's right. But before all of that, I wanted to finish my job here with the sales department and all.
I heard about that and how when both my sales department head and team leader went over to say their farewells today, they both ran into you before leaving the office. Well, things are finished with now regarding Company D, and we can move on and find new customers.
You really did a great job breaking off those relations with Company D then.
I believe so. Never thought things would be so clean at the end between us, though. I have you to thank for all of that, though, because if it wasn't for you telling me to strengthen up when it came my time to talk with them, I probably wouldn't have said no. Just know now that because of the help you've already given me, I might be relying on you a bit more often than normal. Wait, maybe I shouldn't really be saying that. I would like for us to both work together to help one another from here on out.
Of course we can do that. I look forward to working with you more soon.
Yo! We're gonna reopen business with one another again, so you sell me the same product you were before, the same amount and the same price, and I need it here by tomorrow. Long time no see, Travis. I'm very sorry to have to say this to you, but asking for such an order in such a short amount of time will not be possible for my factory. Well, ever since you lost us as a customer, you've had a ton of time on your hands, right? You get your third shift teams together right now and have them work their butts off all night to make this order for me. I'm the one offering you the same business back that you were getting months ago from me, so there is no other choice but to say yes to this offer, right? Actually, my company doesn't really need your worries. My company's now working with a new customer who's taken your place in terms of orders. What? If I were to take on your company again, that would be too much for my production lines to have to deal with, and I'd end up having to expand this factory. I'm very sorry that I'm having to say this, but please look for an alternative company for now. You have a new customer in my place. Does that mean Mariah? Oh, you happen to know about her and her company then? She happened to work for this company years ago and worked for your company some as well, right? Well, her and I go way back, all the way back to college, where we both studied together. Well, she got back in touch with me again after leaving your company and said that she had a company of her own which she wanted me to sell to. Then after some talks amongst one another, my company was able to make a few different contracts with her, which are currently in use. I'm so thankful for what she's done for us.
That's not what I wanted to hear.
Then what was it you wanted to hear from me?
I'm asking you, please let me buy from your factory again.
Excuse me?
Last month we started to order from that cheaper company overseas, but the final product which my company was ending up with using their stuff was nothing at all like the product we produced while working with you. And other companies who'd been ordering from that cheap overseas factory experienced the same outcomes. When I began to ship all of the newer product out to my customers, a lot of them ended up sending it back to us, stating that they weren't able to use the product we had made them as it was defective. When I finally realized that none of this was working out for the company, a lot of the veteran employees within my company were gone.
So, what I'm getting from that is you and your cost-cutting measures became too intense, and you ended up ruining your own product, which could no longer be used by your customers, and now you have no business.
Hey, come on now, please. If things don't go back to the way they were for me before, my company, it'll...
Asking me for help isn't going to work, though.
I'll do anything for you and your company. I can even start giving you advice on how to make your company as effective as mine.
You'll do anything for me?
I mean literally anything. Anything you ask of me.
Well, if that happens to be the offer you're making for my product, then I would like that you step down from the position of CEO, and then I'd like for someone with more experience in running a business who has an idea how your company should be working placed in your seat.
What?
I hear that you've not only been losing customers one after another now, but that you've also lost close to 40% of your people in the company, which means you're walking a fine line between staying open and having to shut your doors for good. If you don't start to prepare a new CEO to take your seat and that company from you,
I don't want that at all! Yo, Mariah, you give me back all of my customers and my employees right now. I know damn well that you were the one who hired all of those that left my company, and that you've been doing the same kind of business my company does.
Well, if it isn't the CEO of Company D himself. How's it been going, Travis? Seems that you have a bit of a misunderstanding on your hands there. But I never asked for any of your customers or your employees to leave your company and come over to mine after I myself left your company. They all just happened to lose faith in both the products you began to ship out last month and in you as the CEO of the company that once was seen as a successful business. So don't call them all coming over to my company to buy from me or work from me taking them, because that's not true at all.
Then that's what this is. They're all going to you out of spite for my company and me.
You believe so? Well, thinking of it this way, I never had anything against your company and you until you stepped into the seat of CEO. And that same idea goes for everyone else that's working with and for me now. You see, when you took the chair, the only thing that's been on your mind is cutting cost and making things cheaper.
And that's because?
Remember, I was forced to quit from your company after you started to harass me because I told you your cost-cutting methods were too risky. Let me ask you something. That kind of harassment was pretty dang bad, and I could sue you if you really wanted me to. Would you rather that instead of me just running my own company now where I just so happen to be more successful than you? You really did a lot of things to me, Travis. I was pushed down the stairs by you twice, and 3 times you splashed close to boiling hot water in my face. You would take some of my most important documents and send them through a shredder a couple of times. Plenty of things you did purposefully to me because of my remarks about your methods and proved to me that you didn't want me there anymore. Well, just be aware that I have a lot of evidence from all those things, and I can send them to my lawyer with one click of my finger.
Are you kidding me?
So, are you and I done here?
For Christ's sake!
I'll be turning off my phone now.
Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it! I really can't catch a break from all of this crap.
Good morning, Drew.
Hello, Mariah. How have things been for you these past couple weeks?
Oh, they've been just splendid for me. Did you hear the news about how Company D ended up going bankrupt?
Oh, that's right. I heard all about it. That all happened a lot faster than I was expecting it to, though.
Well, it had a reason for happening so quickly, right?
Wait, what's that?
It was discovered that Travis had been embezzling some of the company's money.
He was taking the company's money?
Seems that the Internal Affairs Department found that out.
Damn, so he was really asking for hell then, huh?
Now that I think about it, during his time trying to cut all of those costs and everything, plenty of employees like myself had to leave the company. And, well, a lot of people that were helping hide his embezzlement left the company as well under his nose.
I see. Which then means that those who stayed figure out what was going on with him and the company's money and stuck around to gather evidence and such.
Well, when looking at the amount of money he had taken from the company since he had become the new CEO, it's not all that much when speaking about this kind of crime, but that doesn't change the fact that embezzling money is indeed a problem.
How can I say this? I kind of figured he'd do something like that, though. I can totally imagine it happening with him.
Same thing for me, too.
Well, since you and I are both business owners as well, like he was, let's make it our goal to do our best to never let our companies and ourselves turn out the same way Company D did.
Well, of course. I'll do my best.
While during a very tough time for Travis's company, he was finished off by the news of him embezzling money getting out, and so his company went under in an instant, and his wife even divorced him so that she didn't have to share the same name as him anymore. I guess she was serious about not having a part in that family of CEOs anymore either, because she made sure to take all of their kids with her and have their last names changed as well. Of course, that just goes to show how rough this world can be, and that Travis wasn't going to get off easy for what he'd been doing wrong. After the company was no more, those that had known and helped hide the fact that Travis was taking all that money were taken to court, and were all forced to pay a major fine for it. And after those cases were over with, they all left town and moved away to somewhere that they could no longer feel as ashamed as if they stuck around here. In a world where companies like Travis's are quite common, Mariah's and mine have been doing really well doing business together, and we've both had a better year this year in terms of profits than any previous year. That might not mean much for her new company, but for this one that I'm in control of, it makes me feel so great inside. And like always, her and I will continue to have companies that anyone can trust, no matter what the matter is that we're left responsible for. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Dad, I'm heading out now.
Oh, hey Piper, you're already heading out of the house now? I feel like it's a bit early for that.
Well, I'm already at the bus stop, actually, and we'll be taking that over to the party.
Wait, so that means you've already made it about a mile away from here?
Come on now, Dad. Don't tell me that you forgot what time the party is supposed to be at today.
What? I thought there was still a few hours until then. Oh, right. The party is going to be happening really soon here. You've been really looking forward to David's going away party, haven't ya?
I sure have been, considering he's my favorite manager and all. And thankfully, he chose to have his party on a Saturday like today, so that the rest of us could come make it out to see him and not have to work during the party. And considering he's been like family and everything to me and did so much for me while we were both working in the company, I have to be there to tell him how much I appreciated all of that.
I'm sure you do.
Is there anything you'd like me to say to David for you tonight? I'm sure he'd love to hear what you'd have to say.
Let me think about that. Well, I'll be seeing him before he takes off myself, so when the time comes, I'll let him know what I have to say, instead of making my own daughter do that for me. I guess I'd like to tell him how happy I am to hear that he took such great care of you.
I knew you'd say that. Well, I won't tell him too much from you tonight, besides that you say hi.
All right, thank you. And I'll talk with him some more later on, maybe when he starts to get himself accustomed to my side of the corporate world.
All right, well, I'm getting on the bus now, Dad.
Have a good night, and get home safe later tonight, please.
Piper? Where are you at right now? Oh, hey, Kylie. I'm just getting on the bus right now to head out to the party. Did you need me to grab anything on my way there? You're getting on the bus to come out to the party? Why? Because I was told that the place that Dad would be having his going-away party at would be the bar on the other side of town. And since it's going to be starting soon, I need to get heading over there right about now. Well, that's too bad for you then. The going-away party is already done with. What? I told you the wrong time and the wrong place for his party. And starting now, David and I will be heading out on a date with one another. It feels so good to be taking him away from you. Turns out I'm coming home now.
What?
I got on the bus, but then got back off of it before it took off.
What's happened to you? It's only been 5 minutes since you were last texting me, and now you're already wanting to come home? Did someone say something to you?
The time and place of that party were both lies.
They were lies?
Seems the party's already done with now.
Huh?
I gave the bar a call about it too to make sure I wasn't being pranked, and the staff on the other end of the line told me that there were no reserved parties there today. So I was indeed lied to.
I'm having a bit of a hard time understanding why you were lied to, though. What's going on there?
Well, listen. The one in charge of the party happens to be the daughter of the CEO, right?
You're talking about Kylie, right?
That's her. Well, it sounds like Kylie has been in love with David for a while now. She would always talk with me about him during our breaks and such, and for some reason she's come to think of me as a rival of hers when it comes to loving David.
Don't tell me. Was this an act of her picking on you over that, then?
Yeah, I think so. She went ahead and used the going-away party as a chance to try to hurt me.
She got such a bad idea of you for no reason at all that she's now advanced to hurting you over it? I wonder if there's anyone else around that's starting to question any of what she's done to you yet or not.
Not that I'm aware of. And from what I've been told by others about her is that she loves to use her dad's position to her own benefit. Everyone in the company knows that if they ever go against her and what she says, she'll go complain to her dad about them and have them fired.
I see. That itself seems like a really bad problem for a company to have, but right now I'm a little bit interested in something else. I wonder if David himself has ever noticed anything about her and the way she acts.
What?
Well, with you and him having been so close all the time, I'm sure he wanted you to be at his going-away party, right? So if you never ended up showing up to that party, he must be a bit concerned and wanting to know why you weren't there, you know? Unless he never was trying to be that close to you, and this was all a part of his plan as well. But why would he ever risk that with you when he has a close relationship to someone like myself as well? At a time like this where he's leaving the company, is it really worth it for him to be causing such drama between us?
That's also a good way of thinking about it. I wonder what happened with David then for him to have let this happen.
I think that Kylie may have played a major part in his reaction to you not being there as well. Would you like me to give him a call or text and see what's been going on his end?
That's a good idea. I think you would be much better at figuring this all out instead of me.
All right, give me a little bit of time to talk with him. Piper, I just got off the phone with David.
How did things go between the two of you?
Well, let's start with the going away party for him. Apparently it's still happening, and it's at the bar that you were told to go to before.
Wait, are you kidding me?
And it doesn't seem that David can be blamed for any of what happened. When I called him, the first thing he asked me was about how my daughter was doing and if there was anything he could do to help.
He was asking about how I was doing? Like I'm sick?
Well, he was told that you weren't able to make it out today because you weren't feeling too good. And then he was told by none other than Kylie not to call or text you because you'd need to go to the hospital, most likely.
What the heck?
After I told him what had really happened to you, he went and had a very loud conversation with Kylie about what the heck was going on there. And well, it sounds like the person who runs that bar is one of Kylie's close friends, so she had told her friend to tell anyone that called the bar asking about what reservations there were to say that none had been made for the night.
So she at the store lying to me as well.
After he'd asked her about that and she gave him that as an answer, I could hear a lot of sound going on in the background, and then I was no longer able to talk with David. I tried to give him another call, thinking that maybe the reception was bad there, but he never picked up the second time.
What? So something really bad must be going on over there then, right?
For the time being, you're better off staying away from that party and not getting involved in whatever it might be.
Excuse me, Piper! What the hell do you think you're doing right now? God damn it! Who the hell do you think you are, getting your dad involved in something that has literally nothing to do with him? Do you have some kind of a father complex going on? This love battle is supposed to be between you, me, and David. Kylie, what kind of a joke are you trying to speak about, calling this a love battle? I'm saying that because you're in love with David as well, right? But here's the thing. I've told you so many times before now that I'm not in love with David. I told you that he's a family friend of mine, and that's how I became so close to him. But nothing about that is because I love him. Then what the hell is it? What is it? Well, it's... You're not able to tell what it is going on between the two of you? No, not that. I mean, he only has a week left before he leaves the company, so I guess I can go ahead and say this to someone like you. What are you talking about? David happens to be my older sister's fiancé. What? Her and David have been going out with one another since high school. You're lying. Then you and him always talking at work was because he'll be marrying my older sister soon, and that makes him like an older brother to me. And recently he and I have been talking to one another a lot because my sister's birthday is coming soon. And we've been thinking of some ideas for presents. Is there any indication of him breaking up with your sister? They both just started to pay for a new house together and have been living in that house for a little under a month now. Huh? They're both planning to hand in their marriage forms on their anniversary. So that's the only reason they haven't already gotten married yet this year. I see. Dad, are you able to talk for a second?
What's going on now? Aren't you supposed to be working again right now?
I just had one thing I wanted to talk with you about really quick before I get back to work. So don't worry about that.
Does it have to do with,
That's right. I'm sure you're going to be hearing from David himself later this afternoon or tonight about that. But Kylie, she's still not giving up on David and seems to be getting more aggressive with her actions now.
Even though she was already told that he's engaged to your sister, right?
For a little bit, she seemed really shocked by the news of that, but it seems that all the information has gone out the other ear now. She called David into the meeting room on our floor and then there gave David an earful before letting him leave. She said that if he doesn't dump my sister right now and start dating her, then she'd use her dad to make it impossible for him to find another job ever again. So she's threatening David now.
She must be forcing herself to be that arrogant. Has the CEO said anything about all of this yet?
I'm going to assume that if he doesn't do as Kylie said, she's going to have her dad call him up to the CEO's office next. And there he'll find out just what kind of hell awaits him after he leaves this company.
Dicey. Piper, how about you leave me in charge of crushing both Kylie and her father?
What?
I'd like you to get to work on handing them your 2 weeks as soon as you can for me. I know that this was always the plan down the road for those two and that company, but we need to take action now in order to keep those who don't deserve to be hurt out of this mess. All right?
I understand. I will go and have a word with David about this as well, but I'm sure he'll be fine with it. Piper, I heard that you went and handed in your 2 weeks today. That's right. And what do you care about me leaving the company now? When are you planning to leave? Well, in 2 weeks would be what most people would expect. My, oh my. You're making it look as though you've already lost me and will no longer be able to fight on anymore crying like you are right now. You're making the right choice through leaving my dad's company with your tail between your legs. Because if you were to have kept it up with your sassy attitude, I would have made sure you had hell to pay for it. Now, all I have to do now is get David to fall into my arms and everything will be perfect for me. Excuse me, Piper, what the hell is going on here? I never heard anything about all of this crap. What's going on, Kylie? I'm no longer working with you anymore, so what could you want with me anymore? Stop trying to play dumb with me right now. What the hell is this about your dad being the CEO of this company's biggest customer, Company A? And David was taken away from this company by your dad's company after he offered him a better salary and benefits. Today was my first time ever hearing about all that crap. And what does it matter to you that my dad is the CEO of Company A? What? Considering that all you ever cared about was using your dad's position as the CEO to take control over the whole company so that they do your bidding, I never said anything about my dad. And when it comes to David being hired by my dad, is it really something that you should be concerned about right now? When you still have work you need to be doing at your dad's company? Huh? What the hell? I'm sure that you know nothing about this then, do you? The reason I'm still thinking about him is because he's in love with me, and I know it. It's only a matter of time before David leaves your older sister in the dust and comes running to me. Go ahead and tell your sister this right now for me, please. Sucks to suck having your fiancé stolen by me. I thought I already told you about how they would be handing in their marriage papers at the courthouse on their anniversary date. Well, that anniversary was yesterday. Huh? I was told last night that those two had gotten married and are now husband and wife. You're lying! With all of that being said now, if you continue to cause trouble for my sister and my brother-in-law, there will be some very harsh legal repercussions you'll be met with. Right now, taking your mind off of him would be your best interest. No way. How could a man leave a daughter of a CEO like that? You say that, but my older sister is also the daughter of a CEO. You have to be kidding me. Jesus, what the actual hell is going on now? Did I really do so much to you that it warrants all of this? I never ever did, right? Because of you, my mom went and handed in her divorce papers and left us. Okay. Could you please stop it with all the goddamn calling? What the hell do you want this time? I was just told that from next year, all of the contracts your dad has with my company will be terminated. That means 80% of my dad's company profits will drop because of you. Why the hell are you guys able to do that to us? Could you please whine about all of that to someone who is actually related to the topic? You're the daughter of Company A's CEO, though. You do something about all of this right now. You tell your dad to cancel whatever the hell he's thinking of doing with those contracts right now. How about you go and tell that to someone involved with Company A then? And you are the daughter of Company A's CEO. And you think that just because I'm his daughter, I have any right saying things to him about how he runs his company and what he does with his contracts? Huh? You should be more than capable of doing that, right? In my case, I can tell my dad whatever I want and he'll listen to me. For example, I can ask him to lower the salary of those who I find to be too mouthy towards me. And I can ask my dad to raise the salary and promote the positions of those I like and want to make happy. And when it comes to those that I don't like at all, I can ask my dad to have them fired and removed from my site. All of those things have happened before, and I can make them happen again. Does that mean Company B? That's right, that was all my doing. When I went there to deal with the man at the front desk, he was so ugly it pissed me off. With a reason like that, you had him fired? You see, as the daughter of the CEO, you have every right to say what you want to your dad and have him listen to you. Well, what you've been doing is all highly illegal. What? I think that the CEO of Company A, my dad, made the right choice cutting you guys out of the picture. Wait, what? You're going to talk with him about continuing those contracts with us, right? I just told you about all the things I'd done before to make sure that the company went my way, and you can do the same with your dad now as well, all right? Let me give you a reason for why I'm going to say no to what you're asking me still, and make it easier for you to understand. The reason I went and left your dad's company wasn't to go and work for my dad. It was to go and help with my fiancé's family's company. What? I'm not sure why you'd have to be surprised by that, but I have nothing to do with my dad's company, which means that I'm not allowed to say anything to him about what he should be doing. And you've had a man of your own this whole time? Do you remember Ryan? He left the company 2 years ago after working in the sales department for several years. Ryan? That's the bastard that turned me down when I asked him out. I would never forget about his ass. His ass was fired because I told my dad to take care of someone who wouldn't go out with the daughter of the CEO. I also made sure that my dad would make it impossible for him to find another job as well, so he must be nothing more than a shut-in now, right? I'm glad to hear that he's your fiancé now. Wrong. He was never fired, as he had already planned to leave that company before that. Huh? He was taking over his family's cafe, and so for that reason, he planned on leaving the company. And as for me, I've chosen to do the exact same thing, since when I marry him soon, we'll be working together at his cafe. What? So you and him have been going out for that long? Yes. After he had told me about his plan to leave the company 2 years ago, he asked me to go on a date with him, and I said okay. What the hell? Now, let's get back to the main topic here. If you're wanting to talk about the contracts being ended by Company A, please go and talk with someone who is connected to all of that conversation. Continuing to talk with me won't get you anywhere and will only make you look like more of a loser than you already are. And actually, you talking to a stranger about your dad's company's private matters like that is making you look even worse as an employee. No, wait, I never meant to do that. Therefore, we can be done here, right? What? I'm about to get on a plane now and head out to my sister's wedding overseas. They're having their wedding overseas? Hold on a second. Putting my phone into airplane mode right now. Goodbye. What the actual hell? Why are all the good men going to other women and not me? I was supposed to be with David and everything was supposed to go my way after he was made the new executive director and everything. You'd better hope that I never find out where you live someday, or else I'm going to make you pay for what you've taken from me.
After having confirmed that my company would no longer be doing business after the end of the year and that we'd be cutting back on any sales until then, Kylie's father's company started to go downhill. The company already had a soured image in the eyes of other customers, so after we had announced the plan to leave, a lot of other companies followed suit. Any of the employees there that could tell what outcome was coming for the company began to hand in their 2-week notices and started looking for new jobs. There have been plenty of employees from there that I've begun taking on as well, and a lot of them have told me a good amount of details about what was going on within the company walls during its final hours. Things like Kylie completely losing her mind and asking any man that was still working for her father to go out with her. and at one point even forcing a man to touch her breasts, saying that they should feel nice enough for him to become her husband. She would also ask that her father fire all of the women in the office to increase her chances of getting all the remaining men to go for her. But that ended up further hampering the company's abilities. Most of the men would leave the company as soon as that happened, and a lot of them have now come to work for me in departments ranging from sales to IT. In no time, there was not enough employees in that company to allow it to work properly, and before Kylie's father could do anything about it, the company was closing its doors. I hear that the CEO not only took on a lot of debt after his company went bankrupt, but that he'd also lost his wife and his family. He'll also have to face multiple court cases that have been made against him for wrongful dismissals and things like that at his company. But who knows if he'll even show up for any of them. I'm not really sure what his plans are going to be now, but from what other people have told me who are closer to him, his plan is to take whatever money he has left and go gamble it all away in the hopes that he can make it out big. As for my daughter Piper and her fiancé, they both got married about a month after my older daughter did, and she moved out of my house to go and live with her husband. I guess Piper really started to get all antsy after seeing her sister at that wedding and wanted to do the same thing as well. So both her and her husband had their wedding outside the U.S. in the Bahamas. They've both been working together to run his family's cafe ever since the both of his parents retired, and they're planning to open a second location when they have the time to. One day when Piper was helping close up her husband's cafe, she heard from one of her employees that there was a woman out behind the place going through their garbage, and it was Kylie. When Piper went out there to confront her, Kylie ran off screaming at the top of her lungs in what Piper could only describe to me as some really old and worn clothing, while looking 30 pounds lighter than she was the last time she'd seen her. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Alex, hey.
Huh? What do you want, Josie? I'm in the middle of work right now, all right?
Just so happens that I came home a day faster than I was expecting.
What? Well, I never heard anything about that happening.
I'm aware of that. I meant to come home earlier without really telling you anything about it.
Why would you...
Are you not sure what this might all be about right now?
Well,
Well, allow me to explain this to you then. While I was away having my baby and letting my parents see them, I heard some reports from the neighbors here. They told me that while I've been gone, this younger girl who says that she's your little sister has been going over to your house a lot. But they didn't understand how that could be possible since you always told them that you only have brothers. At this point, you're in a position that's going to be very hard for you to get out of, Alex.
What?
Because in order to come home and see if all those things the neighbors had been saying were true, I made sure to come home a day earlier than I had told you while you were at work. And when I arrived here...
If you lay a hand on that girl, I will screw you up!
I'm not going to do anything to her. I only just walked into the house a second ago and heard her slam the door to the bathroom upstairs shut before she got into it.
You better not!
All right, well, now that you've seen what's going on, you need to get out of my house.
Huh? I'm the one that has to go?
My house is now meant for my girlfriend and I to live in. And soon I'd like to start making some babies with her, which means we have to have the place all to ourselves.
Wait. I think you're a bit mistaken there, though, because this place is my house, not yours.
But while you were away with the baby staying at your parents' house, she moved in with me and has been living there now. And as the breadwinner of the house, I'm wanting for her to live together with me for good. In other words, that house has now become mine and my girlfriend's house. And you'll have to take all your things and go somewhere else.
Oh, come on. Did you not just hear me say that the house is my house?
I'm asking you to please get out of there already.
Even though I'm telling you that this place is mine?
Then let's get a divorce.
But it hasn't even been 2 months since we had our baby.
I promise to pay you both child support and a settlement over this, so please, just divorce me and go. In a few days we can talk about all of this in more depth, but for right now, could you please just leave? I'm sorry, but all you're doing now is getting in the way of my love life with my girlfriend.
I see. Sorry for being such a nuisance.
Thank you so much for listening to me and understanding that. I'll make sure that any of your things that you leave in the house will be sent to your parents' place in the next few days. From now on, I don't want you coming back out to my house anymore.
Well, it's not like your girlfriend is making any efforts to get out of the bathtub for me. So for today, I'll back down and go find somewhere else to spend the night. However, you are aware that this house is under my name, meaning that it is owned by me, right?
What?
I'll be seeing you tomorrow, Alex.
Yo, Josie, it's one thing to ask for a settlement and all that crap from me, but now you're asking me to pay child support as well? What the hell are you thinking?
Excuse me? Didn't you just say the other day that you would be willing to pay me both a settlement and child support for having that affair and letting your girlfriend move into my house?
I never said that!
Alex, I literally just scrolled up to the text you sent me saying that and can reply to it right now so that you can see it too.
Well, I didn't think I'd actually have to pay something like that, though.
The one that got me pregnant was you, Alex, and as the father, you're going to take some responsibility for their needs by paying child support.
I had only seen them a few times, though, after you gave birth to them, and that was it, because you ran off to your parents' house for a few weeks. So you're asking me to pay for that? If you're going to be taking full custody of them in the divorce, what makes you think that I want to pay for something that I'm not even going to have a say in?
Listen, Alex, the reason you're going to have to pay child support is because you won't have a say in their life, because you did something that no family would ever want, and that's having an affair.
Huh?
If the mother takes full custody of the child in the divorce, that means the father has to step in and pay child support as a means of making sure the child is still okay. That's how this system works, all right.
What?
If you're going to have such a fit over this, then you go and talk with your mother about what's happening here. Seems your father, her husband, did the exact same thing to your mother as you've done to me, and that's why your parents got a divorce and your mother had to take you. And she told me that he paid child support to her until you turned 18, just like you'll be doing for our baby.
Are you kidding me? Is that something I have to pay you 100%?
Of course.
With something like this, is it possible for me to pay with a credit card every month so that I don't have to take all the money out of my debit account? Adding in the settlement I already have to pay you, it's going to be close to $100,000 this year alone.
If you're wanting to know how to handle all of this, go and have that conversation with your mother.
What?
I was told by her that the best way to handle all of this is to have my cheating husband pay everything off in one lump payment, because if not, he might try and run away and never pay anything else to me again.
Does that mean my mom was going on about something that will most definitely put her own son into debt?
That's what she meant. When I went and spoke with your mother about how you had an affair, she was in disbelief that you turned out the same way as your good-for-nothing father, and she began to cry.
What? When did you even have a chance to talk with my mom anyway? Yo! As for all that money you were asking me for, I made sure to pay it all off in one lump payment.
Oh, great. I got a call from my lawyer about that, actually.
I'm betting you didn't think I could get all of this money to you so quickly, right?
Well, I guess I didn't. I had heard that you'd be paying for your girlfriend's settlement as well, which made me think that that would be pretty much impossible for someone like you to handle.
Well, as you can see, that wasn't that impossible for me at all. Sure, I had to get into some debt for a little bit there in order to do so, but I've figured out a way to get all that money paid off in an instant. Would you like me to tell you how I'm getting all this money?
There's no point in me really being interested in that, to be honest with you.
What the hell? You're not even a little bit interested?
That's right. Not interested at all.
What the hell, Josie? You really are the most boring woman ever, aren't you?
So sorry for being more boring than that young girl you let take my place. Now, I have a customer coming here shortly, so I have to go.
Hey, wait! Jeez, not even gonna thank me for the freaking money now? Yo, Josie! Why the hell do the both of us have to get out of this house now?
If you don't get out of there really soon here, then I'm going to have to take drastic measures with the both of you, and you're not going to like that one bit.
Listen to what I'm asking! Why the hell do we both have to leave this house? Isn't it screwed up that the breadwinner has to leave his house?
Sure it is. But like I was saying a while back, since I'm the one who owns that house and am asking two squatters to leave it, there are no legal problems with any of what I'm doing, and why those documents you've received are very much real.
Why the hell would you be the owner of this place when we're divorced now?
So you really don't have any memory of the past? The fact that you could even forget something as simple as that is what's unbelievable to me.
What the hell are you going on about?
That house is the house I received from my late grandpa when I was still single and hadn't met you yet.
What?
I told you when you moved into it with me that it was my house as well.
Huh? Huh?
Originally, the place was my dad's house, but he didn't really want it anymore after my grandpa was gone, and so before you and I tied the knot, he gave it to me as a gift. Of course, the place was old at the time, and so before we had our wedding and everything, my family made sure to have the place remodeled a bit, like the front of the house and such.
Now that you mention it, that stuff was all happening.
And that is why, since we are now divorced, you're the ones who have to leave that house.
I never thought that you would become the owner of this house, though. I was totally convinced that because I was the breadwinner, this place had become my house.
Well, if you get that I'm the owner of that house now, you get your crap together and get out of there, please.
Do we really have to leave this house no matter what?
I plan to start leasing that house out to someone soon, so you need to be out of there by the end of this month at the latest. I need to have the place cleaned by a professional crew and all, so I really do need you both out of there pronto, so hurry it up.
Are you kidding me? Josie?
What is it now, man? By the way, didn't I tell you that I don't want you talking to me anymore, but to my lawyer about all this stuff?
Give me back that money.
Huh?
Well, about the, that money I was talking about before that I was getting? Well, it's no longer there. Or rather, I let it get away from me. So, I was hoping that you could give all of that money I gave to you back, and then I could start to pay you monthly with it over time. You know what I'm trying to say?
Before we start talking about anything else, the money you were talking about the other day that you paid me with in one go was all borrowed money, right?
Right.
And you were going on about how you knew this was the way to get all the money back in order to pay off that borrowed money you took out, right?
Is that what I was saying?
Tell me, where exactly did you think you'd be getting any money from in order to pay off your debts?
I planned to sell the house.
The house? As in my house?
I thought that the place was mine at the time, but then you said it was under your name, so yes, your house.
Are you kidding me?
I went to a friend of mine who happens to be a realtor and asked him to take a look at the house and give me an estimate for it, and he said at the very least the place could sell for around $120,000. That's when I felt this huge burst of relief, thinking I'd have a way to pay off all the debt I'd be getting into. But in the end, I had no right to sell the house.
Are you insane, Alex?
What?
You are so stupid. That is the only word I could think of for you was that.
Yo, you shut the hell up, Josie.
Oh, and as for the settlement and the child support, you're not getting any of it back.
What?
And I never said anything about you being allowed to pay me little by little, did I?
No way, Josie!
Then how the hell am I going to be able to pay off this debt I'm in now? The man I borrowed it all from isn't the kind of person who'll sit around waiting all day for that money.
How about you stop talking to me about that, please? I had a right to getting all this money from you, and that's why I did it. As for how you got all that money and how to pay it off, that's all up to you to take care of now, right?
Please don't say things like that and help me.
And for starters, you asking me back for all the money you had to pay me for everything you've done wrong to me now goes to show that you have not reflected at all on what you've done.
Wait, what I'm saying is that if you give me that money back right now, I'll figure out a way to pay you over time.
I can't trust you anymore, and that's why you're not being given that option. And the fact that you're asking for all the money you gave me back now is only making it more and more difficult for me to trust what you're saying.
What?
Thank God I chose to get all of this money from you in that lump payment.
No way! I'm in debt $100,000 to some loan shark now!
My baby is starting to wake up and cry now, so goodbye.
What the hell is gonna happen to me after all of this?
My girlfriend's gone and left me now. After she found out about how much debt I've gotten into, she went and left me. And my mom is telling me she's cutting ties now. I'm all alone now.
Jesus frickin' Christ. Why do you keep talking to me about it? Just get the hell out of my house already before I call the police on you. I told you to get out of there by the end of the month at the latest, and there are only 2 days left for you before I send them over.
Hey, Josie, how about you and I start living in this house together again?
Are you frickin' serious?
If we can do that, then I can work like I've always been and use that money to take care of you and the baby. And if you take your paid time off from your job some more, then we could use that money to help pay off my debt while you stay home and care for the little rascal. Then it would be no time before the debt is paid off and we no longer have to worry about it, right? Hey, doesn't this sound like the perfect plan for everyone involved here?
Shut the hell up already! In the past, people always talked about how even monkeys were able to reflect on the wrongs they've done and changed their ways. But being asked now by someone who can't even do what monkeys can to get back together, no way, no!
No way, Josie! How could you? You and I are a couple who only had our first baby a couple of months ago, right? In other words, as long as I change a bit and do my best to take care of you both, we don't have to talk about this anymore, right? Then you won't have to make such a big deal about things like the settlement and child support, and I'll have my debt paid off. So please, Josie, will you get back together with me and then help me figure out some way to take care of this debt I'm in? Now that I think about it, where have you moved away to, Josie? I went to your parents' place the other day asking about you, and your mom told me that you'd moved away before slamming the door in my face. They left soon after that, and now the house is empty. If you tell me where you're living right now, I can be there within a day. Wait, what? None of these messages are being read anymore? Josie?
That day, I finally decided it was time to block Alex. And like my lawyer had said to me for a while, there was no reason not to since I'd already gotten everything I needed out of the guy. He was never able to find me again either after that, and so I was able to finally have some peace and quiet knowing that I could finally move on with my life. I only learned about this a bit after, but it sounds like Alex had quit his job at the company and no longer had any way of making the money that he needed for his debt. It turns out that the girl he cheated on me with was the daughter of one of the chairmen for the company. In order to avoid any more issues from someone like Alex, the company told him he'd be fired soon after the investigation into him was finished, and he quit before they could finish. It turns out that the girl was also disowned by her parents and was now out on the streets herself. She's apparently started to work at a strip club now as a hostess and will most likely stay there for the rest of her life, because she never went to college and never gained any other work experience prior to this. The last thing I heard about her was that she had only just turned 20 when she began to go out with Alex, which would mean they had a 10-year difference from one another. So it really does make sense that her father wanted Alex gone and wanted to cut ties to her as well, because that would be a very unfortunate story to have to be connected to. When it comes to the debt that Alex had gotten himself into, a group of men, all in black tracksuits, came and encircled him and took him away in their truck, and he was never heard from again. That all happened after he had not paid a single penny to the loan shark by the end of the month. And to be honest, I think he's as good as dead now. And with that, I was now officially a single mother who no longer had any man to rely on for help. But of course, that's no problem for me at all, because I luckily have both of my parents to help me out, as well as Alex's mother, who comes out from time to help with the baby. To be honest, I find this outcome a lot better than whatever could have happened had Alex stayed my husband and my baby's father. I'm really thankful for all the people who are stepping in to help me with this change in my life, and I promise them all that I'll do my best to become a great mother. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Alright, that's it. I've had enough of all this. I can't be married to you. I want a divorce right now.
I'm sorry. What? Andre, what do you mean? What's brought this on all of a sudden?
Are you for real right now? Kelly, how can you not know what's brought this on? It's been almost 3 years since we got married. 3 years and you still haven't gotten pregnant. We have this kind of tradition that we need to follow in my family. If a married couple doesn't get pregnant within 3 years of getting married, the husband gets a divorce from the wife. You haven't gotten pregnant, Kelly, so I have no choice but to proceed with the divorce. We're supposed to be having a family by now.
Are you being serious, Andre? Who in their right mind would call that a tradition? It's so weird and just downright crazy to me.
What? How was it crazy? That's just what my family does. All families have their traditions and their way of doing things.
I wouldn't have known much about this a long time ago, but since it has continued into the present day, don't you think that tradition is crazy and outdated?
Why would you seriously think that? My family are allowed to have traditions like this.
But it's so different nowadays. Andre, those traditions were probably made when people thought that women were the only reason for not getting pregnant. Don't you know that men can have problems as well? It's been discovered that infertility can be a problem in males. Even if you're not infertile, there is medical evidence that stress can make it extremely difficult for couples to conceive. Did you even think about that? Besides, your own mother told me to keep having fertility tests done like once every 6 months. I get checked up on all the time. When the results come back, everything is good. I have no issues with my fertility. The most recent test I had was just under a month ago. I don't think it's right to blame me for not being pregnant yet.
But you're the one who needs to be getting pregnant, so it's your fault. Something is not working down there, otherwise we would have had kids by now. It obviously means that you can't get pregnant, so what's even the point of trying to continue on like this? So that's why I need to get a divorce from you. That's my final decision, it's already been made.
I guess I see what you're saying. Fine. Do as you please, Andre. If you think that being cut off from the family who believes in crazy traditions like this is what should happen, then it's not such a bad thing to get a divorce.
How dare you be so rude? Don't you dare treat me like a fool. You're the one in the wrong here. You're so useless since you can't even get pregnant.
So, does that make me the crazy one then? Because I'm not abiding to your family's tradition? Wouldn't you agree that you're the crazy one?
Excuse me, what? Why would you call me crazy when I'm not the one to blame for you getting pregnant?
Okay. I'll agree to the divorce, Andre. Have it your way then.
What? Really? You're gonna agree to this? Oh, okay, that's fine. Well, we can start the process then. This is good. I can finally go and meet myself another wife that can actually get pregnant and give me children.
Okay, if that's what you want to do. However, I will demand for compensation from you and whoever this Malzy woman is, since it'll be an affair you're having since we're still married.
What are you talking about? What compensation? You agreed to a divorce. You don't get compensation if you agree to it.
Just do it how it should be done and pay me properly, please.
I don't understand what you're saying. I don't owe you anything.
On that note, now let me go back to my parents' house.
What's going on? Did your parents find out or something? You gotta be clear with me. What are you talking about? Wow, I can't believe that this is happening. When I heard from Maisie earlier that she had seen you, I didn't expect her to say that. When I actually saw you, I was really amazed. Why the heck is a single woman who can't even have children at an elementary school sports day? Wouldn't that make you even more depressed about not being able to have children? You're obviously trespassing, so I would definitely report you for that.
Excuse me? Who am I speaking with? What do you want from me?
Oh, really? You don't know who this is? How can you not know? I see what's going on here. I suppose you didn't know that I changed my username on here. It's me, Andre, your ex-husband. I changed some details on my profile.
No way. This can't be. Andre? Wow, is that really you? You still have my number?
It's been a long time, Kelly, about 8 years or so since the last time we talked to each other. I just took a seat over by the horizontal bars. I don't really want to interact with you as the parents around here where I'm sitting might misunderstand the situation. You can see where I'm coming from here, right?
I don't really know who is who, to be honest. I just see figures of people, not distinct features.
Ah, okay, I gotcha. Then you must have some really terrible eyesight then.
Andre, I didn't expect you to be around. Why are you here anyways?
I decided to come along to my child's sports day today. It'd be a shame to not spend time with my family on such a fun day anyway, so I came along to watch.
Oh, I see. So I assume that you had a child with Maisie then? Is that correct?
You'd be right, yeah. We would be able to have a child together. You know, thanks to you not being able to get pregnant and agreeing to get the divorce, I was able to become a father. Isn't that great? By the way, my child is a first-grade elementary school student. You know, back then it was really hard because I was so angry about the alimony. But now, I don't mind. My kid is at such a cute age and I can just play with them all the time. It's fantastic.
I don't understand what would make you laugh about the situation though, when it's not even funny. What you said to me was horrible, Andre. So is your child the student who transferred into class 2 in the semester after summer vacation?
What do you mean transferred? What are you talking about?
It makes me wonder what happens in terms of why your child is transferring schools straight after starting one.
Now, hold on just a minute. How come you know so much information about schooling and whatnot? You're an outsider. Why would you know what's going on here? I'm just curious about if this elementary school's personal information database is safe. How do you know so much?
I don't know if you noticed, but your child is in the same year group as mine.
Wait, hold up. Excuse me. What are you trying to say?
I'm saying my child is in the 1st grade. Don't you know that? They're in the same grade but a different class and homeroom teacher.
You're very funny, Kelly. Ha ha. I know you're lying right now. Why would some infertile woman say something so ridiculous? Are you trying to play me? Isn't this more to do with suspicious people that are unrelated to the school itself, that they're trespassing on the school property? Seriously, I should report this, right?
Believe what you want, Andre. After what you did, I met someone else and got remarried. And I got pregnant and gave birth over like 6 years ago. I got informed from someone that my child was the same age as yours. I never thought that our children would end up being at the same elementary school.
So nice to hear the delusions of an infertile woman. Could you just cut it out?
Look, my child's event is coming up shortly, so I'm just gonna end this conversation.
Wow, too bad we have to end this delusional conversation. Your presence on school property is a bit suspicious. I'm gonna go and talk to the teacher just to be sure. Hey, we need to talk. I want to ask the other parents about the child that you were cheering for in the race. Is it true that you got remarried and had a child who happens to be in the same year as mine? It's not your husband's ex-wife's child, it's definitely your biological child, right? But this can't be. Your last name is now Roberts, right? And your son's name is Max. My company's chair is named Roberts, so does that mean Max is the son of my boss? Hold on, what on earth is this madness? How could this happen? Hold on, weren't you supposed to be infertile? But you got married and had a child? How? So you just gained all this money and the status of being with a powerful man? Hey, I'm talking to you. Don't be so rude and answer me. Hey, Kelly, the sports day is over now. You can message me since this day is almost finished. Hey, answer my questions that I sent during the day.
I don't have any answers to give you. All I can say is that I have a good condition with my husband.
That doesn't explain anything, Kelly.
You want the story of how we met? Is that what you want?
Just give me some answers. You have a lot of explaining to do.
After we got divorced, I got a job at a company over here, so I moved here to start my job. I ended up taking a ballroom class just for fun. My new husband happened to be in that class too. At first, we started dating without me knowing that he came from a wealthy family who all managed a company. He then proposed to me. I was in shock about the proposal, but we got married and had our son. Is that story sufficient enough for you?
You didn't mention anything about how you got pregnant. How are you able to get pregnant if you're infertile? That's what I really want to know.
Okay, firstly, I'm not infertile, Andre. If you really want to know, I conceived my son naturally. I didn't have any fertility treatments.
Are you being serious right now? Are you playing some sort of trick on me? So you're really not infertile at all?
I'm not infertile. How many times do I have to tell you before you understand? About a year ago, I gave birth to my second child. A daughter.
What the heck? No way, really? But I didn't see you with any children at the sports day. How am I supposed to believe something like that?
Since it was sports day, the sports were limited to how many family members could come and watch their kids. So I left my daughter with my mother to take care of her whilst I watched my son's event.
So you gave birth to 2 children. This can't be.
Okay, I've answered your questions. I think it's time for you to stop interrogating me, okay?
Excuse me? I'm allowed to ask questions, okay? How dare you?
Also, during this conversation, my husband is right here watching you message me.
Your husband is reading over your shoulder. Wait, the company chairman? Why are you being like that towards me? Why are you letting him?
He has a right to know what my ex-husband is bugging me for information about my family. I just can't reply to your messages without showing my husband. He'll misunderstand the situation otherwise.
This seriously can't be happening right now. There's a thing called privacy.
I know about privacy, Andre. He has the right to know. Please understand that this conversation is to remain completely transparent.
What the heck, Kelly? How dare you talk to me like that? I can't believe this is happening right now. After all I have done for you, I have been nothing but nice to you. This is all your fault.
What could I have possibly done to you now, Andre? Why do you message me so much?
Because of you, I had to quit my job. I can't work for that company anymore. I'm so humiliated by the fact that my company's chairman's wife was my ex-wife. How can you backstab me like this? After all these years, and you just come back and ruin things for me, huh?
Okay. We're in this situation. Is it my fault that you quit your job? Was there a point where I asked you to quit your job? Didn't you just quit on your own accord due to some weird pride thing that you have? I didn't push you into quitting your job. You just found out something that you just didn't want to believe. This is not even close to being my fault. I just so happened to be at my child's sports day and cheering the students on.
Would you shut up, Kelly? This is your fault, and that's all I have to say. This all comes back to you. I can easily get a new job somewhere else that has got nothing to do with you. Someone will definitely hire me. I won't have any issues at all.
It's just a bit weird to just go and blame someone for something they had no part to play with. It's rather annoying, so you really need to stop doing that. By all means, go and find another job. Like you said, I'm sure someone will hire you. Stop blaming me for things I didn't do.
Hey, we gotta talk. I can't believe something like this has happened to me. My wife just left me and took my child with her. They're just gone, and I have no idea where they are.
I really don't get why you're contacting me about this. Shouldn't you be speaking to your current wife? You know, to find out where she is and where your child is too?
I've decided that everything that's happening to me is all your fault. After all this time, you've somehow stepped back into my life and messed it all up. You just had to show up right in front of me in that instant, didn't you? For what you've done to me, I want an explanation. I shouldn't have to quit my job. This is all you're doing. You have been nothing but a pain in my backside since that sports day.
Now wait just a minute. Could you please stop acting like I met up with you and ruined everything? Why do you have to treat me this way? Don't you think it was all just a coincidence? It just happened to be that our paths unfortunately crossed again after all this time. It's the fact that you found me, start making a fuss, and pounce at the chance to annoy me.
But you're the one who appeared right in front of me. You ruined everything.
How can you say that? I just appeared right in front of you? I didn't do anything to you. You know that I've been living close to this town for nearly 8 years, right? Besides, you were the one that just so happened to choose this town to live in. Our kids go to the same elementary schools because you made your child change schools.
Well, I had to think about those things. We needed our child to change schools.
Is it true that Maisie became like a monster parent as soon as she entered her child into Walter Elementary School in the next town over? Was it to change the environment for the child who ended up knowing for being a problem child at their previous school?
What the heck, Kelly? How dare you say such a thing about my own child? How could you have known about something like that?
It just so happens that a colleague that I have at work, their child actually goes to Walter Elementary School. They know that your child was a problem in the classroom. That's how I got so much information about what your wife and child are like. I was just able to piece it together.
You can't be serious right now. How is there someone that you know that goes to that school? You can't possibly know everyone. How would you even know if it's true?
Maybe because my colleague is a reliable source. Look, even though the situation exists, you don't need to shout halfway across the field that you found your ex-wife. If anyone should be humiliated, it's me. I'm trying to be mature about this, so can you do so as well? You're an adult, for goodness sake.
Well, now that you say it, I'm an adult and I can do whatever I want and when I want because you ruined everything for me.
Okay, that's it. I've had enough of this. Would you please not contact me ever again? I would really greatly appreciate that.
Huh? What do you mean? But you're the one to blame for all these things happening to me.
How many times do I have to say this before you get it through your thick head, Andre? You're the one who no longer works for my husband's company. I didn't get you fired. Your child will probably end up transferring again at an elementary school in Maisie's hometown. There's no longer be a relationship between you and Maisie, which is just a shame for the child.
What are you talking about? Do you know why they left? My child is going to be transferring schools again?
Okay, now I'm just confused. Did you really not know what's going on at all? I assumed because it was your family that you would know.
This is the first time I'm hearing about this. I haven't heard anything like that until now.
Really? Oh, I see what you're saying. I don't think I'm the right person to tell you this, but I guess since you're talking to me, maybe I should say something. I don't know. So I just got this information from the elementary school's mom friend network. You know, to keep each other in the loop about what our kids are doing and such what. The fact that you, the father of the child, didn't know anything about this really important thing is beyond my belief.
Would you quit messing me about, Kelly? I don't have the energy or time for this. Tell me what is going on right now.
I'm not messing you about in any way, Andre. Look, I can't go into a lot of detail, alright? It's not something that others can speculate about. But I get the impression that your family is on the brink of falling apart. I hope that you realize you're standing in a dangerous territory right now. You could lose everything. I think you've got no choice but to talk it over with Maisie. Maybe you both can repair what needs to be fixed. I can't say anything more than that.
But I didn't do anything, did I? What could I possibly have done to Maisie to make her leave? None of this makes sense. But I need to find her and talk to her. I need to see my child.
Then go do that. You're a man. You should be able to figure these sort of things out. On that note, I'll say goodbye.
can't believe what I just learned. All these years and I've been living in a lie. The child isn't mine. I don't understand what this means for me. I really don't know what to say or do. You know, if I didn't end up running into you at school, I wouldn't have to suffer such a wave of misfortune.
Are you seriously kidding me right now? You're blaming all of this on me? You're still going to continue with this narrative? You're so insane.
What? I'm allowed to. My life has been ruined since the day I saw you. Nothing would have happened if I didn't see you.
This is absolutely ridiculous. Well, that's odd. Did I forget to block you or something?
Huh? What do you mean? I'm not being ridiculous at all. I think it's a fair thing to say. What are you talking about?
I'm definitely going to block you this time. I've heard enough nonsense from you.
Wait, no! You can't block me! I'm not finished talking to you. You've done me wrong and you gotta fix it.
I'm so done with this conversation and you. Goodbye, Andre. Have a nice life. Since the end of that conversation, I have received a lot of information through some acquaintances. Firstly, my ex-husband and Maisie got divorced. The custody of the child was given to Maisie. Apparently, she was given a chance to do a DNA test done, and as a result, the parentality test came back negative. Furthermore, it was revealed that my ex-husband was the one who was infertile all along. However, the child was my ex-husband's child according to the family register, so there's an issue with having to pay for child support. In the end, both families got involved and it turned into a massive uproar and was a huge mess to deal with. I don't know if there will be a solution coming out of this case. I don't want to get caught up in the commotion of it all. It seems like more and more people are abandoning them while this continues on. I would like to forget it about and put it all behind me. It'll be nice to go back to my daily life in peace and quiet. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Good morning, Courtney. I hope that you had a good night's rest. I was just wondering if you left the house already.
Oh, good morning, Nate. I wasn't expecting you to message me this early. I actually just got on the subway, so yes, I have left the house.
Oh, really? You're super speedy, aren't you?
Yeah. My parents were staying at a hotel near the wedding venue. I think I left early because I only just came back for the first time after being in Singapore for 7 years. A few things have changed since I was last here, so I don't really know what's happening in the area. I think it was better to get up early and get going.
Oh, is that right? Well, I guess that makes sense since you haven't been back to the States for a long time. Good idea to have gotten up early.
If everything goes the way it was planned, I think we'll be able to arrive at the wedding venue about 30 minutes earlier than we were supposed to.
I see. Well, that's good to know. Then everything looks like it's good to go.
Yeah? What about you? What's going on with you?
Well, actually something has come up, but I don't want you to worry too much about it. As for me at the moment, I'm still traveling by car with my parents from their house. I also have to pick up my sister from the airport before we get on our way to the ceremony.
What do you mean? You have to go and pick up Nora from the airport? But I thought that she got into New York last night. That she was flying in last night?
So apparently there was some sort of mix-up, and she forgot to buy her plane ticket to New York, and the earliest flight here was for today.
What the heck? Well, that's really annoying of her. She should have been more organized than that. It's not good enough.
She got in contact with me last night about it. She told me that she was rushing to get a seat for a flight bound from New York, but the first flight wasn't going to be until this morning. Then somehow she was able to get a ticket for that flight, so we have to go and get her from the airport. But there's no need for you to worry about it. You'll be able to arrive at the ceremony in plenty of time, and everything will be right on schedule as we planned.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess it won't affect the schedule then. Everything should go according to plan. So with that happening, is there anything else we need to worry about? I hope not. I haven't been able to meet Nora yet since we got together. If you're going to come to the ceremony right after you pick her up from the airport, could you introduce me to her first thing this morning? Just so that we know each other and there isn't any awkward feelings.
Oh, I see what you mean. I mean, we could try doing that, but I'm really not sure about the timing of everything, you see. It should be fine to do little introductions. I don't think that'll affect the schedule too much. I'll talk to my sister about it, and hopefully we can get something organized.
Yes, please. If you could do that, it would be greatly appreciated. I guess I will see you a little later at the wedding venue. Take care in getting to the airport and to here.
Of course, my sweet lady. You too, okay? See you a little later on.
my god! It was you after all! I knew it. Your name is Courtney, right? I remember you. At the time, I didn't know what your name was, and I was skeptical when I saw a photo of you. But once I saw you in the flesh, I knew it was you! You really did a great job of things 5 years ago, didn't you? Pouring beer on you wasn't enough. I should have hit you as well!
What are you saying? You're the one who poured beer all over me. You're Nate's older sister, right? You're Nora?
Huh? What are you talking about? I guess there's really no point in blurting out what I want to say, is there? But I will anyway. Clearly it's been over 5 years since it happened, but I remember it like it was yesterday. This is about you! You're such a terrible person! I've hated you since the moment you took away the person who was kind to me when I had just moved away!
I'm totally confused by what you're saying. Why are you bringing up what happened over 5 years ago? I don't understand anything you're saying to me. I thought that today was supposed to be the first time I was meeting you, and that you were going to be my lovely sister-in-law.
Oh, cut the crap, Courtney! You know exactly what I'm talking about. You need to get back to reality. You need to get over here and face me. I mean, are you seriously kidding about marrying Nate? I don't know if this is some kind of sick joke or not when it comes to marrying my younger brother, but I can see right through you. I'll never forgive you for what you did to me. Don't think I'm going to be nice to you when you marry into my family. I intend to make your life a living hell from now on. Don't even think about messing with me. You've got no idea what I'm capable of.
Hey, Courtney. How are you doing? Is everything okay?
Hi, my sweet Nate. Yes, I'm okay. I was lucky enough to meet the wedding planner just now, and I'm allowed to go to the bride's waiting room to get ready. Thank you for taking care of me earlier. I was able to escape the chaos a bit, but, you know.
But that beer was poured over your entire head. My own sister decided just to do that all of a sudden. I couldn't believe it. I think she probably bought a can from the liquor store when we stopped to get some food at a mall on the way to here. Why would she even do that to you when she's never met you before?
Right? I don't understand her actions at all. What should we do about her now? I don't want any more liquids poured all over me.
Right. Yeah, of course not. I don't want that happening to you either. I was chasing after you when you ran off from us, but I lost track of where you went. I was in a rush to look for you. I wanted to make sure you were okay. After a while, I caught up with you playing with your phone and I managed to find you. I left it up to my parents to deal with my sister, but they were looking for me as well. And now...
I see. But I really don't get how it came to this happening. Your sister seemed to have known my phone number and what I looked like. But you told me she didn't know anything about me, even my name. Is that right?
Huh? I'm confused. What are you saying? She did know you then?
Apparently I was someone that she had trouble with in the past, but I had no idea who she was at the time. She said she didn't know my name at the time and that she only found out about me when it finally clicked in her head what I looked like. Like, what does that even mean? I have absolutely no idea what I did to her. I hardly remember what I was doing 5 years ago. How can someone have a grudge for that amount of time? It's kind of strange.
I've got no idea, Courtney. I only told her your name at the beginning of the relationship. I never said much else about you. As for knowing what you looked like, I think it's because after we met up at the airport in the morning, I saw a photo of you on her phone. But I never told her your phone number or anything like that.
This is just a guess, but is it possible that she manipulated people into thinking I'm a bad person or something? And how did she get my number without getting permission first?
Maybe she could have done that. I don't know. When we stopped to get some food, my parents and I went to use the store's bathroom while my sister was shopping for some things. At the time, I left my phone in the car because I didn't think I needed it. But my sister got back to the car before I did. I think that was when she was able to look at my phone and get your contact details without asking me first.
That sounds about right to me. I don't think you would have given my number to her if you knew what she was going to say to me.
Wait a minute. So my sister did send you a message then?
Yes. She sent me multiple messages, actually. I was told what happened to her over 5 years ago, and I got confused as to what it had to do with me. She said that she had some sort of contact with me back then. I don't remember her at all. It was such a long time ago.
Well, just over the 5 years ago, she left our hometown. It was to go and start her new job at a company in Washington, D.C. It would almost be impossible for her and you to have met face to face during that time, right? She must have mistaken you for somebody else, surely.
That's my thinking too. That can't possibly be right. I think she's completely misunderstood everything and gotten me confused with someone else. However, it doesn't mean that she should have done what she did to me. It was so wrong and she should have got her facts straight first. I'm so confused about the whole situation, so can you come and meet me so I can show you the messages that she sent me? Maybe there's something that you can get out of them rather than me trying to decipher them all day long.
Of course. I can do that. Okay. I will come over and meet you in the waiting room. I'm on my way now. Hey, Courtney. I've got some things to tell you. So, my sister's being watched over by my parents at their house for the time being.
Oh, really? Why is that? Did something else happen?
No, nothing else has happened. But I thought I should tell you what's going on. I somehow got a feeling that the reasons why she did what she did to you in the first place is because of some romance trouble that happened 5 years ago. Apparently it all went down at the place of her employment in DC. To me, what she was saying was completely incoherent, and she was getting all jumpy, and wanted to have another go at you. So in the end, we had some disagreements during the conversation, and now she's locked herself in one of my parents' bedrooms.
Oh, wow. That sounds like a lot, Nate. Well, you did your best with the situation at hand. But I think I know what she might be talking about. The romance trouble that she had 5 years ago?
Oh, really? You know about that? Do you mind me asking what happened with that?
Well, I do have something to tell you about that. I'm just nervous to tell you, that's all. Was Nora's job in DC anything to do with selling miscellaneous goods through a company called DC Imports?
Oh, yes. She worked for a company with that name, yeah. However, she only worked there for about a year, then quit. She got another job at a company that does similar things.
Oh, okay. When it comes to the romance trouble she had, I think there were some male coworkers involved. Did any of their names come up by any chance?
Now that you mention it, yes. One name came up. Some guy named Jake, I think she said amongst the things she was rambling about.
Are you sure it was Jake? If it was, I think I might know what happened and why she's holding a grudge.
I don't understand. What happened to her that would make her get so angry at you?
This is just a guess, but I think I've connected all the dots in this whole mess together.
I still don't understand what you mean, Courtney. What are you talking about? What's going on?
I don't think I can talk about this over a message with you. There are some people that I need to speak with first that I have permission to talk about it with you. Can you come back here tonight so we can talk this out?
Well, if we aren't going to talk about it right now, then yes. I'll come over and talk to you about it in person, if that's what you want me to do, of course.
Oh, then I guess I'll talk to the people that I need to get permission from and I'll let you know before you come back here tonight.
Okay, then. This sounds like something really serious. It's kind of making me a little anxious to hear about all of it.
I'm really sorry for all the detours and being so quiet about it. I know it's frustrating for you right now. I think they'll give me permission to talk about it. I just needed to make sure everything is okay with them before I do. I haven't got much of a choice but to ask them how much I can reveal.
That's fine, Courtney. Do what you need to do, and I'll come over later. It's better to ask than not. See you later.
That's just great. The wedding ceremony. It went ahead, didn't it? It's done? You're making me feel like such an outcast when you're the one that's done me wrong. Why didn't you cancel the wedding ceremony? That would have been the better option. I warned Nate so many times about you, especially how much of a terrible woman you are.
Okay, Nora, you need to calm down and actually listen to what I have to say about this. You know, I was just thinking about contacting you to talk about what's going on.
What's the point in talking about what you stole from me? 5 years have passed and you're just walking around with a stick up your backside like you've done nothing wrong.
If you must know, up until last year, I was living and working in Singapore.
So? What's that got to do with anything? Don't you understand what you've done to me?
Due to my father's work, I spent about 10 years in Singapore. I started middle school life there, and I also just got a job that kept me in Singapore for a long time. At that job, I happened to have met Nate, who had come from a branch in the States. He was sent to Singapore to work. We got to know each other and then started dating. About a year ago, I decided to finish up my work in Singapore as I wanted to come back to the States. I returned to the States with Nate last year.
Wait a minute, what do you mean? Are you saying you've been in Singapore and not visited the States in 10 years?
As you can see, you've mistaken me for someone else that's done you wrong. And I know who you've gotten me mistaken for. My cousin actually looks very similar to me.
You've got to be kidding me right now. Are you for real? You weren't in the States at all? And are you saying that there is someone else out there that has the exact same facial features as you?
Well, if you look really close, you can see the difference. But if someone who isn't close to you looks at them and they look at the same time, people would think we're twins. I don't know how genes work in the family. I can't help that she also looks very similar to me. I heard the story that you told me the other day almost 5 years ago from my cousin. It just popped into my head last night. After thinking about it for a long while, I remembered that my cousin's husband and Nora worked at the same company 5 years ago.
Are you serious? Is this some sort of prank you're playing on me to get out of what you've done? If you didn't do it like you said, then it was your cousin who took Jake away from me.
I know for a fact that's definitely not true. My cousin didn't take anyone away from you.
What are you talking about? How can she not have taken Jake away from me? Isn't that exactly what we're talking about right now? What am I saying that's wrong?
Okay, there's no roundabout way in saying this, so I'm going to say this as clearly as possible so no one gets confused. It was a whole misunderstanding on your part that you thought that Jake had some sort of romantic feelings for you when in fact he didn't. You thought things developed into a relationship when they hadn't from his point of view.
What are you saying? He doesn't think that we were in a relationship? Are you seriously kidding me?
Well, you only see things from your point of view, so it wasn't obvious to you that he didn't feel anything more for you than just being a colleague. You said that Jake was dating you, but before you could confirm anything, he was engaged to another woman. You said that you were close with him. But honestly, it seems like nothing was established in terms of a relationship. I think that's how you saw the situation. So you got angry over that, and as a result, you started appearing near the building where Jake and my cousin lived. You were harassing my cousin, weren't you, Nora?
You're wrong. It wasn't harassment at all. Nothing comes from marrying a woman who's a man-eater. She's a complete predator who steals men from other women. I was just desperate to make Jake see what she was doing to him, brainwashing him into falling for her instead of me.
Well, it seems like you've made a huge mistake because she's not like that at all.
Oh yeah? Why do you think that, huh? You obviously don't know what she's capable of.
Listen to me. My cousin and Jake have known each other since high school, and they got together and then got married while they were students at university.
What? They really met that long ago? Pfft, surely not.
Well, let me put it for you in plain words. By the time they got jobs at DC Imports, they were already married. Then you started there 6 months later. Did you really think that you could steal Jake away from his wife? My cousin?
Are you serious? They were already married, but I never saw a ring on his finger. How was I to know that?
At their workplace, it's not safe to wear rings because they can get caught. Besides, it seems that the people around you were telling you over and over again that he was taken. You weren't calm about it all and didn't move from it. The blood went rushing to your head and you blocked everything people said because you were in denial. You repeatedly made one-sided approaches towards Jake that made him and my cousin uncomfortable. Then you started harassing my cousin so she'd go away. Finally, Jake couldn't take it anymore, so he got angry at you and you couldn't stand it. You got frightened, so you resigned on your own accord. Instead of telling your family what actually happened and what you did to my cousin, you promised them you'd never bother Jake and her ever again. You paid them in compensation for the harassment you dished out and settled the matter that way, at least for the time being. But now it's creeped back into your life because you saw me and it triggered you. So that's what happened.
That's not really how it went. I don't understand what you're talking about. So Jake was already married when we met each other, but he was being so kind to me. I didn't know.
It seems like the people that worked with you both also said that it was a whole big misunderstanding on mostly your part.
What are you saying? You think this is all my fault? Jake's the one who was giving me unclear signals.
I think that new employees who joined only 6 months apart from each other had a lot of time to interact and get each other's vibes. You would have known he wasn't interested. When you talked about going on a lunch date, it would be a lunch with multiple people where you'd all go out to a restaurant during the lunch break. Drinking dates after work would be the whole department going out together or going to some sort of banquet. You were the one who got their wires crossed the wrong way. When you said that you went on a trip with Jake, it was really just a business trip or a company trip to reward you all for your hard work. You weren't lovers, Nora. You were just coworkers.
That can't be true. I swear I thought he had some sort of feelings for me. He gave me such mixed signals sometimes.
Anyway, that's how I interpreted the situation. I had nothing to do with you or what you did 5 years ago. It was obviously a case of mistaken identity. But it doesn't mean what you did to me was called for. You're the one who made the mistakes. You're the one who poured their entire beer all down me and insulted me to the point that I ran off. It's all on you.
You've got to tell me this and you've got no choice. Where is Jake and his woman right now?
Just when I thought I wasn't going to hear from you again, you decide to message me for information. Do you seriously think I'd tell you where they were? Huh? Are you mad?
I believe that Jake is still in love with me. He needs to be with me and only me.
Are you kidding me right now? Don't you realize that he's happily married to my cousin? Are you crazy?
Well, I want to take him back. I want it to be like just how we used to be in the office. I want to make him happy and he'll make me happy too.
Oh, is that right? You really think that will happen? After all, you can't admit your mistakes and don't understand anything.
I haven't made any mistakes about this. I know it's true. He still loves me. If Jake and I were to meet up again right now, he'll instantly feel the passion that we once had for each other and he'll take me back. Did he come to the wedding you held? Was he one of the people amongst your relatives?
No, I didn't invite them. Because of the venue size, I had to adjust the guest list to only inviting my aunts and uncles.
But if I'm not mistaken, you have Jake's contact details, right? You must have his number, right? So I need you to hurry up and give it to me so I can tell him to come back to me so we can be in love and make a family together. If you don't give me his number, you know what'll happen, right?
Nope. I don't know what'll happen and I don't need to know because I don't want anything to do with you. You've gone completely crazy and I'm not giving out any numbers to you.
Excuse me, what? You can't just say something like that to me about my Jake.
He's not your Jake, Nora. How many times do we have to tell you this until you understand? No matter what you try and do, he'll always be with my cousin. He loves her, not you, and wants nothing to do with you. You're way out of his league for him anyways if he was single.
Excuse me? How dare you talk to me like that? You've got some nerve, Courtney. I can make your life a living hell since you've married my younger brother.
I'm ending this conversation. I don't want it going any further. Goodbye.
What? Excuse me, you can't just bail on this conversation. If you won't give me his number, how am I supposed to meet up with Jake? He can't just not be with me. What are you doing to me? You can't just leave me on red.
I can and I will. Don't even think about going near my cousin and her husband. Stay out of our lives.
But wait a minute, I need his information. Don't delete my messages. I don't know how I can get a hold of him though. Come back.
I have no idea what kind of woman Nora is, but it came off as kinda crazy. My cousin and her husband currently live in Australia. Jake changed jobs so that he could work overseas, and he moved his parents to Australia as well. They plan on staying there forever. Nora keeps bugging me about getting Jake's information. By the time Nora got my address, Nate and I were already on a flight back to Singapore. I just returned there after completing my contract at the American branch as I had planned. Nora was completely exhausted after losing her hold on getting Jake back. Taking advantage of the situation, Nora's parents offered her up to a very distant relative. She was to be a wife and caregiver to a man in his 50s that had a few quirks. My in-laws also plan to move to Singapore permanently in the near future. I don't think anyone in our family will see Nora again. I won't see her again for the rest of my life. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey, Gabriella, I've got something to say to you. So you need to read my messages. I went to all the trouble of sending you a wedding invitation, you know, through to your friend. Why do you send a reply back saying that you were going to be absent? And on top of that, you didn't want me knowing where you live currently, so you sent it back to me through the same friend? Like, what the heck? I don't understand that.
Oh, it's you. What do you want from me, Vince? I have a lot of things to do and very little time to message you all day.
As my ex-wife, don't you have any intention on congratulating me for starting my life all over again? This is a whole new beginning for me.
Are you kidding me right now, Vince? You are so thick. You know that, right?
Excuse me? I'm thick? Are you saying that I'm an idiot? How dare you? You can't just speak to me like that.
What kind of man would invite his ex-wife to his wedding to the woman he cheated on that ex-wife with? Do you really think I'm that dumb to go and celebrate your new beginning? You cheated on me with your soon-to-be new wife, remember? Where is that guy who's doing that, huh?
Well, I'm obviously right here, messaging you no less.
I thought you were being smug by sending me an invitation. I don't know what you were thinking when you sent it to me. Do you seriously think I would want to attend? If you had any common sense, it's a natural thing to decline an offer like that from an ex. With being invited to something like this, I think it's a reasonable decision to make in terms of not coming to the ceremony. So no, I won't be attending your wedding because I don't want or need to show up there. It would be awkward and all hell would break loose.
I'm not taking no for an answer, Gabrielle. You've got no choice in the matter. You need to attend my wedding. That's an order. You're the one who's got to attend no matter what. I'm forcing you to participate.
Are you kidding me right now, Vince? You can't just force me to do something I don't want to do. I let you do that too much when we were married to each other. I'm not going to let you now. No way.
Listen to me, Gabriella. This marriage, it's something you need to witness. My happiness awaits me as I stumbled all over the obstacles that I had with you. I'll show you the cause of all of our unhappiness and where we went so wrong. Also, I'm going to force you to bless my new marriage because that's something you should do. The purpose for it is that so I can be done with you and actually be happy with somebody I love.
I'm not interfering with anything that you're organizing. I don't want to be that sort of ex-wife at all. I've never been involved with you since our divorce, and you just keep bugging me, and it's getting to the point that I'm so sick of it.
Then why would you ask for compensation in one lump sum if you didn't want anything to do with me? Don't you realize how much I suffered because of you asking for that? All you wanted was my money that I earned from hard work. At least I had my beloved Annie, who was able to earn a lot of money while she was still a college student. If it wasn't for her, I'd be in debt for the rest of my life. I was able to go somehow from being in my overdraft and in negative funds to zero, all because you stole all that money from me. It took me 3 whole years to overcome the debt I was left in. Then one day, we found that Annie was pregnant. So now we have to have a wedding and be married for the baby.
Oh, for goodness sake, Vince. Are you actually stupid or something? Do you not understand why you had to pay me all that money?
What did you just call me? That's the second time you've called me stupid in this conversation we're having. I'm not stupid. I'm just simply saying what you've done to me.
What I've done to you? You're so thick. I was entitled to that money because of the affair you had with that woman you're marrying. I was simply claiming my right to that money as someone who had been cheated on by her husband and been completely betrayed. Don't turn yourself into the victim when you're the perpetrator.
You can't just say those sort of things to me when I complied to what you wanted. Don't you dare insult Annie in front of me. Our love for each other is sacred and can never be broken by the likes of you. Besides, the reason why we got divorced in the first place is because of your infertility. It's your fault you couldn't bear my children. Even though I wanted to have a child so badly, I couldn't because your body doesn't work properly. Annie came and helped heal my pain.
Oh my God, you really are so thick, Vince. And don't say my body doesn't work properly when it does.
Why are you calling me thick? You're so rude and disrespectful. You're supposed to respect me as your ex-husband. I did you a favor by divorcing you.
The infertility tests weren't so accurate back then, and the doctors never gave a definitive answer to whether I was infertile or not.
We had been married for 3 years, Gabriella. And during that entire time we were married, you never got pregnant or gave birth.
Either way, even though your wedding is coming up, there are other circumstances that are preventing me from attending.
Oh yeah? Like what? What are these circumstances that make it so you can't attend my wedding? I bet you're just lying so you don't have to go.
I don't want to tell you why, so I'm just not going to say anything more. As being your ex-wife, I think that's a reason in itself to not go to your wedding. I have things to do, so I'm going to stop messaging now.
This is not good enough. If you can't tell me the reason as to why you can't make it, then you've got no choice but to attend my wedding to my true love. You're my ex-wife, so I need you to attend. No matter what anyone says, you have to fulfill your duty and be there for me. You need to see how happy we both are. You've got no choice. And that's an order from your ex-husband. You're definitely coming to this wedding. I'll prepare a seat for you right up front. I don't get why you're messing me around so much, Gabriella. It's starting to really annoy me. What you're doing to me just keeps going on and on and on, and it never ends. But you decided to come after all. After all, you couldn't help but worry about the wedding we were having, could you? Did you think I was going to regret doing this? Well, I told you earlier that I wouldn't. You know, Gabriella, you don't exist to me right now. Like, for real. You just don't right now because my happiness comes first. Oh, but what's this look for? Seriously. Oh my god, I can't believe what you look like. Even though we've only been divorced for 3 years, you're 10 times the size you were then. Yikes. You've got so round.
Vince, what are you even talking about right now? What look are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't play games with me right now. Don't you recognize yourself as the sad, fat, and single woman that attended my wedding?
Oh, what? Is that what you're talking about? Your wedding? Is it today? I completely forgot that today's the day you're getting married.
What are you even saying? We literally just passed each other in the venue.
I'm so confused, huh? I'm at the wedding venue. How am I there?
Oh my god, stop playing stupid tricks on me. I literally just saw you and you walked, or should I say waddled, past me. I noticed you coming towards me, and I said to you, wow, after 3 years you put on a few pounds. You're a fat single woman now, and I laughed. You had such a frightening look on your face. Why is that? The way that you walked, and I instantly thought you were making a thudding sound effect.
I think you've got me mixed up with the wrong person, no?
I definitely don't. I'm sure of it. It was hardly an inch away from you. I know what you look like. There was no mistake made.
I already replied to your invitation saying that I wasn't going to attend. I don't know how many times I have to say that.
But you obviously changed your mind because we walked right past each other.
I really don't get what you're on about, Vince. It makes no sense. It is so exhausting trying to get anything through to your brain with that thick skull of yours. You're completely away with the fairies. I guess that can't be helped if you don't understand what's actually going on.
What the heck are you on about now, Gabriella? Trying to pretend that you're not bad or something?
Well, no, if you actually read what I'm about to tell you, then you'll realize I'm not at the wedding. I'm not at the wedding because I'm heavily pregnant at the moment. Ha ha.
I'm sorry. What? You're actually pregnant?
I can see that I have to put it into words that you'll understand. This month, I'm in my 9th month of pregnancy and could go into labor at any time. So that's why I've not attended your wedding today.
Are you kidding me with this? And you say I'm stupid. You're the stupid one for saying that you're pregnant when you're really infertile. I would think clearly about what you say next before spitting out any more lies.
But it's true, though? I'm pregnant and could give birth at any time during this month?
No. This can't be true. If you're saying that you're pregnant right now, does that mean that you're not infertile? So either you got yourself knocked up from a one-night stand, or you've gotten remarried?
You're almost on the right track. I got remarried. That's why I'm about to give birth to my child soon.
This can't be happening right now. Are you serious? I've completely exposed you. So you were lying. So we did walk past each other.
Oh my god, this conversation is literally going around in circles. It's so frustrating. We just need to hold off on this conversation just a minute.
What do you mean? What's going on here?
So I'm just with my father right now, and he told me that the person that you might have seen was my aunt.
What are you talking about?
About the conversation we were just having before? About you walking past some woman? It wasn't me. My father has a younger sister who's quite a bit younger than him in age. Because she's so free-spirited, she longed to live right in the city, so she left her parents' house at the age of 18. Since then, she's only been in contact with us once every few years.
So, what are you trying to say to me right now?
The last time we got in contact with her was 3 months ago. She got some sort of notification that she was to be married to the heir of a large company. When she met up with my father for the first time in more than 10 years, he couldn't believe how much she looked like me.
I've got no idea what you're getting at. I'm so confused by what you're saying. This isn't funny, Gabriella.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to explain something. She said that she got pregnant about a month after I did, so I guess she's 8 months along. She couldn't quite believe that she was pregnant with twins, but it explains why she has a big stomach right now.
Now, just hang on a minute. What company does your aunt's partner work for that makes him the heir of the company?
Well, he works for Smith & Company.
Smith & Company? Are you sure about that?
Yes. What? Is there something on your mind, Vince?
Bride's guest is the most important customer of that company, and that would be my new father-in-law. Since the company's president is undergoing medical treatment, the managing director seems to be inviting the heirs of the company. Is this really true? There's no way this is happening, right?
Well, my father just contacted my aunt to confirm that it is in fact true, so I don't know what to tell you, Vince. She also told my father that when she got to the wedding of a daughter who belongs to a business partner, a man she didn't know insulted her and called her fat. She sounded pretty angry. And she's just discovered that the man was in fact the groom.
This has got to be some kind of sick joke, right? I mean, it was just a joke that I told her.
Don't you think that you're on the verge of causing a massive uproar, Vince?
This is all your fault. Because of you, my wedding ceremony was canceled.
You've had a few days to think about what you've done, and now you go and blame things you did on me?
Why would someone that looks like you show up to my wedding?
I don't think you can decide the shape of the face that you're born with.
Of course you go and say crap like that. Don't be so rude to me.
Says the person who is ignorant to the bad things they've said to multiple people.
Don't say crap to me like that. I'm not ignorant.
Well, come to think of it, your marriage to Annie hasn't ended yet, has it?
Well, Annie is a beautiful crystal that holds so much love for me, so she wouldn't leave me ever.
But be honest. Because of this whole commotion, the cheating that I had kept a secret from your father somehow got back to him. I heard that your mother-in-law, who is protecting the unfaithful couple, is actually separated. And I heard that you've been forced to resign from your father-in-law's company. And that you were both disowned from your families and Annie was forced to drop out of university as well? Such a shame.
How do you know all about those things? Are you spying on me or something?
Well, my aunt was the one who got insulted by you, and you were the one who mistook her for me. It turns out that she found out that you were my ex-husband. You know that the information's going to come pouring in now, right? I've also heard that she's going to sue you and request compensation for what you said to her. What you did was harassment, Vince.
This can't be happening to me right now. All of this is crap. Everything is falling apart, and it's all because you didn't come to my wedding ceremony. If you just showed up like you were supposed to, I wouldn't be in this situation.
But I told you that I was never going to attend. This is all on you, Vince. Not me.
There's no way all this crap is happening to me. This is unbelievable.
What are you talking about, Vince?
Annie's child. She admitted the child isn't mine.
What do you mean it isn't yours?
She gave birth to a mixed-race child. I couldn't believe it when it came out of her. It looked nothing like me.
But you seem to have unique facial features. So I'm surprised it doesn't look like you.
Its hair, eyes, and everything else looks entirely different.
Have you actually checked properly that the child isn't yours?
Don't be stupid, of course I have. It's not my baby.
Hey, I guess you can cut the crap that you've been saying to me for years then.
What are you on about? What have I ever said to you?
Look, why are you even talking to me? I don't understand why you're always contacting me. No matter when you talk to me, you always accuse me of something or throw a tantrum. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. I don't have enough information on this type of thing, so I can't be held responsible to the kind of advice I'm going to give you. You need to consult an obstetrician or a gynecologist or something. Just think for yourself for once in your life.
But that means that I'm the one with the problem. Now I'm the one who's in trouble right now.
Do you think I care about who you're in trouble for? I want no involvement in this.
Well, it would be nice if you could just show me a little bit of concern. I'd do that for you.
I've only just given birth to my child, and I need to concentrate on raising my baby. I don't need your problems in my life.
But Gabriella, I thought we were friends. I just found out something terrible. I'm actually infertile. I can't have kids.
What did you just say?
I went to the hospital that Annie gave birth in, and we took a DNA test of the baby and I, and it came back that I wasn't the father.
Oh, is that right? So you're not the father then?
But she told me that she's got no idea who the father is. How can that be possible? She wanted to have a wedding as soon as possible, so I was trying to get money for it. Then she confessed that there were multiple fathers of the child. She was earning money off multiple men. She lied to me. The real father is probably one of those men she mentioned.
Oh wow, that's quite a crazy turn to your situation now, isn't it?
And I wished for such a woman, and she goes and betrays me. And she's divorced me as well.
Well, ain't that a shame?
Anyways, I wanted to talk to you. Gabriella, why don't we raise the child you gave birth to together? Wouldn't that be great? To do that, can you tell me where you're living now, please? I'm currently living in an apartment that's in Annie's name. I'll have to leave soon. So please, let me know where you're living. Please?
Oh my god, don't be so ridiculous. You're so stupid, Vince.
What do you mean? I'm not being ridiculous.
You're not to come anywhere near me. I told you so many times that I want nothing to do with you. Goodbye, and honestly, good riddance.
What the heck, Gabriella? Don't say that to me. Please, just hear me out. We can get married again so you're not a single mother to the child. It would work both ways. Don't leave me here to suffer. Gabriella, please talk to me. Don't leave me again.
I've got no clue where the single mother interpretation came from. It's beyond ridiculous. A few days later, a friend gave him a hotel room number. According to his friends, he's currently unemployed and can't rent an apartment. It seems like he really wants me to do something about his uncertain future. No way. His friend stopped being the messenger between the two of us. He asked his friend to say that he told me that he could remarry him, and that was the final straw. I shouted down the phone and told him to back off. After that, he seemed to be up to his shoulders in debt as he had to pay money to my aunt for his harassment. He also had to pay for the wedding that never happened. The last thing I heard of him is that his things were taken away by a debt collector. His whereabouts are unknown. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Cassidy, you're all ready to go, right?
Yes, I am, Marco. Well, I guess you could say that I'm ready, at least.
What do you mean?
Hey, are you really wanting to livestream our wedding to everyone that'll be watching online? I wonder if it's too late for you to cancel all of that now.
What? What's going on with you? We've already come this far with all the preparations and now you're wanting to back out? I've already read through so many of the comments from everyone online saying they've been looking forward to this wedding for a long time now. We have a schedule to respect now, and that means we have to live stream this wedding to everyone. Too late to back out of that now.
Actually, when it comes to all your live streaming and such, you didn't really tell me about doing it during our wedding until after you told all of your viewers, right? Had you told me before doing that, then I would have for sure said no to it. And out of some of your viewers, Jackson will be coming and watching this wedding in person, right?
But you happen to know him better than a lot of the others, right?
But this will be the first time I have to see him.
What? Does that mean you actually haven't met with Jackson before and today will be your first time ever seeing him?
I only know about the things you've told me about him. And all of these viewers and friends of yours are all pretty much new to me because you never really even talked about your live streaming much.
Is that right? Then this will become the perfect chance for you to get to know him, all right?
Huh?
Anyhow, having to cancel the live stream and everything at a time like this is impossible for me. I've advertised all of this to all my viewers on all my social media and everything already.
You advertised all of this? Is our wedding really going to become that big of a deal to all your viewers? And you never even asked me about this before.
They're all going to be cheering and celebrating us with all their energy, so what's the problem? All right. Now that you're aware of all that, it's too late for you to complain anymore about it.
Too late for me to... Even though you were the one that put all of this together before telling me?
All right, I'll talk with you later, okay? So the vows and everything at the chapel are done with now, right?
Hey, you went and streamed everything that was happening there as well, right?
Well, of course I did.
And you're going to continue to do that for the party and everything, right?
If anything, the dance and the party and everything are the main part of this wedding.
A lot of my friends here don't actually want to be on camera or anything for your live stream, so I've told all of them to be careful and keep their face covered when you come around.
I see. So those are the types of friends you have then, huh?
I don't think it's only my friends who think that, though. I would like to talk with your friends holding the cameras and ask them to be more careful around the guests here today and to try and only focus on us so that they don't show people who don't want to be on camera.
Understood. I'll go and let Jackson know about that right now.
And to be honest, I don't really want to be on camera either.
Well, we can't do anything about that, though. Today is about you and me, and that means that you'll always be around me and have to be on camera. So stop being so selfish, please.
Huh? You're going to call what I'm asking right now selfish of me?
Hey, Jackson, right now y'all are taking a break from doing the live stream and put the camera down, right? Do you have a second to chat?
Hey, what's up, Marco? The next time we'll have the cameras rolling is when you're out partying and dancing and all that. What'd you want to talk about now?
My wife is continuing to complain about all of this.
Huh? What's she whining about this time, man?
She's told me that a lot of her guests don't really like to be on camera and all that, and that she wants us to refrain from shooting their faces.
I know the ones you're talking about. I already was trying to get them to come on camera, but they all started to put their masks on and walked away. It's not like they look good or anything, so they need to stop acting all embarrassed like that.
Well, it's not just those friends of hers, though, but a lot of the other guests don't really want to have their faces shown either. So, could you just keep the camera on us and make sure to take shots without other guests' heads in them?
Are you kidding me? That's such a pain in the ass, though.
Well, I don't want to be divorced over anything after today, so you'd better listen to me because there's not another woman out there that would marry me.
Well, guess I'll have to then, huh? It's not like all the guests of the main part of today's live stream anyway, as we have the party next to the pool coming up really soon here, right? Marco, are you able to have a look at your phone right now?
Yeah, but I won't be able to text you for very long. What's up?
All right. Soon, here, I'm gonna make sure to follow Cassidy from pretty close behind her.
Oh, it's about that time, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it seem like I'm interviewing her and all that over by the side of the pool, so make sure you're over there for when it's time, and make sure that she doesn't notice a single thing is up when you come.
Roger that. And that right there is what we call a perfect 10. Absolutely right. When I went up and kicked her in, I noticed that my other foot was caught on the bottom of her dress, but then I was able to lift that foot up in time, letting her dress slip, and she went head first into that pool, creating one of the biggest splashes I'd ever seen. And considering that's a wedding dress, I bet that made for some really good shots with her going in like that, right? Damn right. I'd say that was the best shot we've ever gotten on one of our live streams. I plan to put this live stream up onto YouTube later as a watchable video, and the title is gonna be Watch What Happens When We Push a Bride into the Pool on Her Wedding Day. I'm looking forward to watching all of that for myself when you go and upload it. Now that we got all that out of the way, where is today's bride at? After all that madness was over with, I took a look at some of the video we'd recorded and at all the comments, and when I looked back up, everyone was gone. And where'd you run off to, Marco? You're the one I wanted to show all of these shots we got to the most, man. Right. I was told to head to the changing room with my parents. I think that's where Cassidy's run off to hide from us at, so I'll call you over once I get there. We have to get back to the party and everything after all. By the way, Marco, doesn't it sound like some police sirens or something are starting to get closer to here? Oh, I just had to look out the window of this place, and there's an ambulance pulling into the parking lot now. Hey, Cassidy? Are you kidding me right now, calling an ambulance to the wedding like that? Now you're just making a big deal out of nothing at all by getting those EMTs involved with our wedding today. You must be one narrow-minded woman to be getting that upset over something like getting kicked into the pool on your wedding day. Jackson told me that he got the perfect shots of you going into that pool, and he's so happy now because of it. I don't want to waste all those moments now, so hurry up and get back out here. Oh, and it looks like we're not going to be able to use the venue we had anymore. So how about you just come and meet us all back here to start? Jackson wants to give you a little interview after what all happened, and from there we can all move to another location to have the rest of the party.
I can't go back.
Huh? You can't keep on acting like a freaking baby, all right? We have to keep this wedding going, because I have a lot of people online who are watching this stream wanting to see us have fun. That's right. Make sure you smile when you're on camera. Everyone loves to see a pretty woman smiling. Now stop being so selfish, saying that you're not going to come back to our wedding.
I never said that I'm not going to go back there. I said that I can't go back there.
Huh?
I hit my head really hard on the bottom of that pool, and now I'm suffering from a really bad concussion and a huge laceration to my head. And I was kicked so hard in the side of the knee that I can't stand on it anymore. The EMT told me that I most likely tore something in my knee and that my tibia is broken as well. I'll most likely need surgery for all those things, and recovery can take anywhere from 3 to 6 months. You and I are getting divorced.
What? Wait. Why are you even able to text me right now, then?
Because my mom, standing right next to me in the ambulance, is the one typing everything that's being sent to you. Currently, I'm in too much pain to be able to think straight, and with my concussion, there's no way I can look at my phone.
Wait, then that would be... So you're Cassidy's mother, and she's in a really bad state right now? Oh, God! Cassidy, please, hey, please just stop thinking about getting this divorce, all right? And I'll apologize to you for everything Jackson did that day when he got too carried away with that live stream.
I already handed in the divorce papers to the courthouse.
What?
And you're not apologizing for anything he did because you also have yourself to blame for that.
Huh? Why do you think I'm to blame for all of that?
Because there was someone watching that live stream you had put on that day, and they happened to be my friend. And what she told me is all she could see from what you guys were streaming is you and your buddy Jackson there working together to send me into that pool. Jackson also went and showed the viewers all of the comments you and him were making back and forth about doing that to me over text, so there's no way you're going to run away from that. I'm going to tell the police about this as well, claiming you both assaulted me. And that means you both will be paying me a settlement to cover all these medical costs and more.
Hold on a second, please. I never meant for any of that to happen to you.
I don't give a damn if you meant for any of that to happen to me or not. The fact that you even had the nerve to do something like that to your wife on your wedding day in a pool that was only a foot deep is why I'm done with your ass.
No way, Cassidy.
This is all common sense as well, but you're going to be paying for the whole entire wedding, too.
What? Does that mean... How much does that mean I'll be paying in total?
All of those prices will be coming to you in the mail tomorrow, so you can have a look with your own eyes at the cost of pushing your own wife into a shallow pool on her wedding day, and learn the cost of being a complete and utter dickhead. Well, if I had to say how much I think you'll be paying, look forward to around $300,000.
Are you kidding me? No freaking way! Jackson, all because of you, I'm gonna be getting divorced from Cassidy now. And what makes matters worse is that she's asking for an extremely high amount of money from me in a settlement. Both of my parents told me that once all of this has been taken care of, they are both gonna be disowning me from their family. Why the hell did you do this to me? Shut the hell up, you bitch! Right now is not the time for you to be whining about all of that petty crap. Huh? Listen, you asshole, you just went and put my life into ruins and you're just gonna tell me to shut up? What the actual hell is wrong with you? That live stream we did has become a very major problem for us. What? I knew something like that wouldn't be good to keep online, and so I deleted the YouTube video and the stream. But it seems like one of the viewers ended up screen recording the whole live stream and uploaded it on their account. I knew that it would be going all over social media, and in order to try and stop that, I went way too far with some things. And now things have only become worse for us. Huh? I know that a lot of people online know about where you live and where you work, yet nothing bad has happened to you yet? Actually, I've been getting a lot of phone calls at the house with no caller IDs, as well as calls that leave very upset voicemails for me. And in my mailbox, I've received all kinds of strange mail and death threats. I was also told by my office that I'm no longer allowed to come in for the foreseeable future as they figure out what to do with me. I think they're gonna fire me soon. So, you have known about all that's happened this past week or so. Well, I'm in the same boat as you, getting calls from strangers and mail telling me to off myself. I've also been contacted by Cassidy's lawyer telling me I'll be taken to court soon as well, and that a settlement would be asked for from me there. This amazing life of being a live streamer with you. Why are you acting like you're a victim in all of this? You're the one who had the stupid-ass idea of doing what you did to my wife, and that's why we're both royally screwed now. And now we're both going to be tried as criminals soon, too. God damn it, wasn't it you that agreed with the plan, though? So stop trying to act like this is all my fault and that you just got screwed by my actions alone. Shut the hell up already, damn it! It's because of you that I'm being freaking divorced now! You take responsibility for that, you jackass! Screw off! I'm not worried about your freaking marriage! I'm worried about what everyone online is going to think about us now after what happened to us. I don't give a crap about what happens between you and her now. Excuse me? What the hell did you just say to me? You get over to my damn house right now and beg for me not to mess you up, or else I'll be over at your place tonight to make an example out of you.
After that back and forth between both Marco and Jackson, Jackson started another live stream and began to talk. I think he figured he could talk his way out of what all had happened in the last stream they'd done by pinning all of the blame on Marco and not anyone else. And, well, all he really did was make himself look like the dumbass of all dumbasses. Soon Marco broke into his place through the window, and they both began to get into a scuffle on the floor of his living room, only to stop punching one another when they heard police sirens approaching. But before either one of them could run, the back door could be heard opening up, and 3 officers came into the room and told them to lay on the ground. Marco did just that, but Jackson made a break for it out the broken window, but before he could, he got tasered. And so did Marco, causing them both to freak out and one of them to topple over the camera. The camera then broke, and that was the end of their final live stream. They both would be taken to court where they would be charged with assault. Marco would be charged with breaking and entering, and Jackson would be charged with attempting to run from the police. As they went through their trials, their parents went ahead and paid all their settlements to me, and I could finally forget about them entirely. I'm so happy that I was able to end things with Marco when I could, and now I can just focus on my long recovery, and then use whatever money remains from the settlements to take some time to relax. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.